Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for subscribing to the channel if you have, liking the videos, commenting. I love the comments with each other and about noticing synchronicities, like how many views there are, how many subscribers there are, 888s, 111s, all of that. I feel truly blessed to be connected to such magical, beautiful souls. To show you my appreciation, I'm giving away a free personalized tarot reading, and I'll be announcing the winner on May 7th, the next new moon. All you have to do to qualify is subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, like this video, and comment Artful Manifesting. In today's video, we will be finding out how you are leveling up, steps to take, if there's any challenges that you're facing, how to overcome them, and any additional guidance. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come upon it, that's when you're meant to hear it. It's for all zodiac signs. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest for others. I do ask you to connect to your guides as I connect to mine, and ask them for any guidance in interpreting the images that you see, the messages that I share, and any sounds you may notice either on my end or yours. All right, so for pile number 1, we have the empty room. And for pile number 2, we have the Nectar. And for pile number 3, we have the Father. All right, you may already know which pile you're most drawn to, but if you'd like to hear what the crystals are, let me introduce those to you now. For pile number 1, we have Unakite. Let you see your stones up close. And for pile number 2, we have Labradorite. And for pile number 3, we have Bloodstone. So let your intuition guide you. Whichever card or crystal you're most drawn to is most likely the reading meant for you. Of course, you're always welcome to listen to 2 or all 3 readings, as they may shed additional light on your leveling up situation, or perhaps you're leveling up in different areas of your life and you can gain insight to those different areas. You will find a link to each of the readings in the description box below. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card, The Empty Room, which, by the way, this is Roman numeral 42 if you are a numbers person. And the empty room is the card of lack because it's empty. So it's the desire for more, or feeling like you don't have something or don't have enough. And the stone Unakite helps to facilitate gratitude and thankfulness, and through that balances spirituality with emotions. It helps you to see life from a new perspective. It releases conditions that inhibit spiritual and psychological growth. It supports convalescence during recovery. And it helps with fertility. So I love already that we have this synchronicity between the stone and the empty room, because certainly having an attitude of gratitude will help invite more blessings into your life by recognizing what you already have. So it goes along perfectly with the empty room. But let's see how you are leveling up, what steps to take, what may be blocking or challenging you, and how to overcome that. Any guidance that Spirit wants to give us. All right. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is about balancing giving and receiving. The exchange of energies. You give what you get. So, and I feel in this case, it's most likely the energy that you give, as in, are you giving out the energy of lack, or are you giving out the energy of generosity and blessings? Five of Pentacles. Reversed. So I do see that you are, this is a leveling up that you will be experiencing. You're changing your mindset from lack, and you're going to be experiencing more abundance, more balance in what you give and receive. Let's see what else the cards are going to tell us. Ooh. All right, we got the next two cards. Three of Pentacles reversed. Or Three of Cups, sorry. Three of Cups is celebrating. So again, the idea that you're not celebrating what you have. This is coming up in challenges, what's blocking you. The Wheel of Fortune. So cycles, fate, destiny, rhythm of life. It's fated for your lack or scarcity to be overcome. So I do see that you will overcome it. Let's get one more card. Ooh. The Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords can be theft, trickery, getting away with something. And this is coming up in additional guidance. So if you feel like someone's stealing from you, then, or if you're afraid they're going to steal from you, that's the energy you're putting out there, then that's what you're going to attract. So, for example, let's say there's something that you don't necessarily need, and you want to, you have it outside, but you're afraid somebody's going to steal it. And Like it could be an old chair that you don't even want anymore. And instead of being afraid that someone's going to steal it, if you don't want it anymore, put it outside with a sign on it that says, free, take me. And that's the kind of energy that I'm getting from this spread so far, is just kind of flip the script. Instead of feeling like, well, that somebody took something that was yours, give it away. Give away something that you don't need or that you don't want anymore. And by this generosity, you're going to be inviting abundance into your life. And also to recognize the blessings that you do have, recognizing what you do have. If you don't want this chair anymore, maybe it's because you just got a new one. And so celebrating that, celebrating what you do have, celebrating not only the material things that you have in your life, but the relationships, the blessings, time, freedom, whatever things you can notice. And it doesn't have to be huge, you know. If you're saying that you don't have a lot of time, notice when your time opens up. Notice if somebody cancels on you, instead of feeling deceived or tricked or like they stole something from you, then instead see the blessing of this time given back to you for you to do something that you needed to do. Let's get some oracle cards and see what other guidance Spirit has for you about your leveling up. What does Spirit want pile number 1 to know about their leveling up? Breakthrough. And we see something coming through the eye. So again, a new perspective, seeing things in a different way. You know, while I was shuffling, what they were showing me was in this card, the 6 of Pentacles, we have this person putting their hands out, and this person is hiding their hands. So it's like this person is offering them something, and this person doesn't want to accept it. So what are you being offered that you're not accepting? Again, just like, you know, if somebody cancels on you, notice that you have more time. Now you have that hour or 2 hours back that you can invest in yourself doing something else, something that you needed to do. And just noticing any kind of things like this that are blessings. It's like the universe is giving you things, but you're not acknowledging it. You're perceiving things as being taken from you. And you know, it's the Wheel of Fortune. So notice when you are fortunate. Just shifting your perspective. If somebody offers to carry something for you, allow them to carry it. If the person at the register when you go and buy your groceries or pay your gas is friendly, notice it and thank them. Give them a smile. If you pass somebody walking on the street and they smile at you, Smile back, because you are acknowledging that somebody is giving you something. Somebody gave you a smile. Somebody gave you their consideration, their politeness at the register. Acknowledge all of these gifts by responding to them, and the universe is going to bless you with more gifts. It's shifting your perspective is what's going to increase your blessings. Let's draw some more cards and see what else we get. What does Spirit want pile number 1 to know about their leveling up? I feel this card. Attachment. Very interesting, because we see she's chained to this post. But again, channeling the word changed, the way to experience things is to also let go of things, right? Like in the example of, if you, let's say you want new clothes, what clothes do you have in your closet that don't fit you, or that maybe are damaged, or you just don't wear them anymore? Can you get rid of those? Just give them away. Take them to the thrift store, or hang them out on your fence for people to take if that's appropriate where you live. Just give them away. This idea of being detached from things and detaching yourself from your some kind of belief that you have that's not true. We see her holding a mask. Let's get another one. Oh, all right. Goddess of the Moon. Intuition. Listening to yourself, trusting yourself. And you know what? They're telling me to draw another one of these cards. We'll see if we have room for another deck. I was going to draw one from another deck, but transformation. This is the Phoenix. Rising from the ashes, transformation. And I did want to draw a card from this deck. There we go. Seeds, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. All right, I want to check the guidebook about this card to see what the guidebook has to say. So give me one moment. I'll be right back. All right, breakthrough. Lizard brain. So this is actually a lizard head down here. The medicine of this card comes through when you are about to level up. Isn't that amazing? That's what this reading is. And have an amazing breakthrough, but you must be made aware that your lizard brain may attempt to self-sabotage. The eye opening in this image is likened to a seed ripping open to become self-realized. The reptile head on the bottom of the card represents our unconscious reptilian brain, the limbic system. This part of our brain represents fear, flight, fight, addictions, and other emotional behaviors. It hates change and thinks it can keep you safe by pulling you back from taking important risks that can lead to great success. The lizard brain will drown you in fear of potential failure and tell you to stay in the job or relationship that make you miserable because there is a strange safety in the familiarity of what you know. Hey, at least you know it's horrible, so that's safe, right? Wrong. This is just some of the garbage logic of the lizard brain, the master of self-sabotage. This card is about surpassing the prehistoric programming of our beliefs and behaviors to evolve into who we know we can be. The art of your breakthrough is the determined effort to constantly question your perception. Take a moment to analyze a current obstacle or moment of resistance you are dealing with. This obstacle is a golden nugget moment to challenge your perception. Examine the story of your mind's eye. Even being aware that you just got hijacked by lizard brain doesn't necessarily dispel all the worry running through your body. At this moment, you may have to just move forward while still feeling fear and not believing fully in yourself. But the action of going forward is what will lead you to the critical breakthrough. And something else that they shared with me is that when we are experiencing success and good times, sometimes we think, uh-oh, what's going to go wrong? And just that thought can be sabotaging. And the reason that we think that is because we're born problem solvers. We have these minds that like to solve problems, so they're looking for problems. So it's just a habit. You can retrain your brain and you can break through. And you know, looking at this card with the word breakthrough, what started playing in my head is the Doors song, Break on Through to the Other Side. So you may want to look at the lyrics for that. Some of the lyrics are, I found an island in your arms, country in your eyes, arms that chain us, which we see that here in this, eyes that lie. So again, we have this message of changing your perception, but you may, if you know that song or don't know that song, that might be something fun to look up, listen to, and read the lyrics. I do also want to read to you what this card says. It says that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you that it's time to take the action you need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you are capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. You are fated to experience this. You are experiencing the energy of the phoenix transforming. And I love that the breakthrough card mentioned the seed, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. So being open to new things, being open to the idea that thoughts become things, and worries are negative prayers, and it's like sitting in a rocking chair expecting to go somewhere. So flipping the script and seeing things in a different way, that's all of those things. Breaking any kind of negative thought patterns, habits, or attachments to beliefs that aren't serving you, relationships, addictions, etc. Even, addictions don't have to be to, uh, drugs or alcohol. It could be something like sugar or caffeine that's disrupting your life. And there's more and more evidence that we are strongly controlled by our gut. This mentioned the limbic system. And we have this whole ecosystem of bacteria in our body, and what you consume feeds that bacteria. So, for example, if you consume a lot of sugar, you're feeding that part of your gut biome. And when you decide to cut out sugar, all of those little microbes, bacteria that consume sugar, they make you want to have more sugar because that's what keeps them alive. And so it is a real thing, but I do see you being successful in transforming yourself, no matter what it is that you're attached to. And it may not be sugar, that's just an example, but you can do it. All right, I do also want to read a little bit to you about what the goddess of the moon says. Give me just one moment. All right. It says, you have a deep desire to know your purpose and truth, but they can feel very distant. This is a message of dissatisfaction where your inner life is concerned, which is the same thing about the empty room and the Five of Pentacles. It's possible that extreme worry and discontent are the obstacles in the inner peace and wisdom you seek. If so, you need to let that go and renew your faith in yourself and your eternal spirit. Get out of your own way and release the fear that's blocking the truth of your blessed eternal nature. Your soul, your higher self, knows you best, so allow stillness into your life. Listen to the stirring of your own intuitive voice and trust what you receive. So, here, this looks like an empty room, but it's full of potential. I mean, we can see the cosmos, and the cosmos is within you. We're all made out of star stuff. And so, again, there's this idea that you believe one thing, but it's just absolutely not true. Whatever it is that you're experiencing lack in, it could even be confidence, feeling worthy. Those beliefs are false. You absolutely are worthy, and you deserve to have happiness. Sure, there's going to be things that you have to deal with. That's life. Everybody has things that they have to deal with. But changing your perspective and seeing that the universe is bringing you opportunities, conspiring to help you and not working against you, that shift is going to be so transformative in your life. I do also want to read to you a little bit from this card. And you know what? This is card number 42. And I told you this was 42. I love the synchronicities. And yeah, I'm so glad that I listened to my intuition and listened to my guides and pulled out this card. This is actually the card that's, the image that's on the cover of the deck. We see that there. All right, let me get that. 42. I love that. I love these synchronicities for me. And you know what that says to me? There's synchronicities for you, not for me, but what it says to me is that Spirit is sending you signs and signals and synchronicities to help you shift, to help you transform. All right, this says, Phoenix comes with informative medicine. He says, you also are on the verge of a total transformation. Although you may still be living a current reality that your past self manifested, the medicine of this card foretells a profound change is approaching. You are in the space in between jumping timelines. This timeline is your transition from an old version of yourself into the new and evolved version of yourself. Do not get caught in the trap of believing your current reality defines what lies ahead. It is very possible you are projecting old limiting beliefs onto the situation. Trust that all your effort over the last months and years are in the alchemical process of manifesting. You are now in the moment before your shift into your fullest self. You must believe the highest version of yourself is waiting and ready to be self-actualized. Amazing. I love this transformation. It feels huge, and you have so much validation and confirmation of this huge change. And I know I'm reading a lot. They're guiding me to, and I'm glad that I did, because I feel like it's more validating to you to see that these different decks, these different books are all saying the same thing. They're using the same kind of phrases. I want to read to you what the Wheel of Fortune says. Rapid change will bring new opportunities. It will make your life better. New circumstances could put an end to past difficulties and herald a period of good fortune and success. And we see that right above the transformation. And it even looks like the goddess of the moon is looking up at the Wheel of Fortune. So that is absolutely beautiful, amazing, astonishing. Wow, this is huge. And I hope that this message really reaches you and you embrace this new attitude of gratitude, extending your arms to what the universe is giving you and receiving it, recognizing it, celebrating it, and listening to your intuition that's telling you to let go of these attachments so that you can have a breakthrough. Pile number 1, that is your reading. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card, the Nectar, which is number 58. And the Nectar card is about the substance that revitalizes you and heals you. And it invites you to partake in practices that are revitalizing, restorative, and healing. You also chose the labradorite, which is connected to the crown chakra, the third eye. It enhances your psychic abilities, your intuition. It opens you up to see the light even when you're in darkness. All right, let's start with some tarot cards. We are asking Spirit about your leveling up, if there's any challenges in that, what they are, or what might be blocking you, and how to overcome those challenges, what steps to take. And we already have one card out, Queen of Pentacles. Finding independence, self-sufficiency, sustainability, practicality, earth energy. And we see the fertility and abundance of the rabbit. All right, let's see what else we get. What message do they have for, oh. All right, I'm gonna take this one next. 5 of Cups. So 5 of Cups, we see all these, we see these 3 cups on the ground that look empty, but they're still holding a cup, and they have a cup here that looks like it could have something in it. Looking out, we see the ship. 4 of Wands reversed. So 4 of Wands is about stability, and we already saw the Queen of Pentacles, which is working towards that stability, that practicality, that self-sufficiency. So this is the block. This is coming up in the position of the block. What's blocking you? Let's see if we can get more information about how to overcome that block. We have the 3 of Pentacles, which is increasing your skills, and could also be about working with others, leveling up your skills. We literally see her climbing the ladder. And the Knight of Swords reversed. So the Knight of Swords is very energetic. It's also communication, how you communicate, logic, your thoughts. So I'm going to think about how that is your guidance in reverse. Let's draw some oracle cards and see what other information we get. What is pile number 2 meant to know about their current leveling up situation? Get out of your head. All right, so that makes sense with the swords in reverse. Swords are also thoughts. And of course we have the 5 of Cups. Not, you know, noticing what you have, right? Not focusing on what may have spilled or what was missed or gone through. This one. Surrender to receive. That makes sense. Let's get some of these other oracle cards. I'm just going to scooch these down a bit. Oh, one just flew out. Broken heart. Let me hold it up for you. It looks like a tear coming out of the broken heart. Let's get maybe one more of these. Let's take that one at the bottom there. Appreciation. So again, this idea, it's coming out in reverse, that you're not appreciating what you have. Similar energy to pile number 1 if you were drawn to that. I haven't seen any of the same cards yet, but the energy is similar. But the difference being that now we have this added message of focusing on self-reliance and independence. Let me get one of these oracle cards and see what we come up with. Well, B. Community, cooperation, and sweetness, which I already mentioned with the 3 of Pentacles. And sweetness, the nectar. So also focusing on the blessings that you have, focusing on what feeds your soul, what recharges you, what revitalizes you, focusing on the sweet things of life. All right, let's scoot this down just a bit so we can fit this last card in here better. All right, give me just a moment to receive what this message is telling us combined. You know, we have here, get out of your head with the chicken, which is like the saying, a chicken running around with its head cut off. And it's not accomplishing anything. There's this message of excessive worry. And the 5 of Cups is focusing on past disappointments, past perceived failures, and those are blocking you from moving forward, from leveling up. Even the Knight of Swords in reverse indicates overthinking or analysis paralysis. And when I look at this image of the Queen of Pentacles, we see this white rabbit. And when I say white rabbit, I think of Alice in Wonderland and how she follows the rabbit down the rabbit hole. So it's like, you know, you spiraling down with something. You see one thing and you focus on this thing that didn't go well, and then you just spiral down this rabbit hole. And so that is using up your creative energy, and it's creating more instability in your life. The 4 of Wands in reverse is about instability, and it's interesting that right next to it is this person on the ladder. I mean, it looks like this ladder is coming out of this card. And this card, the 3 of Pentacles, is in the position of how to overcome your blocks, your obstacles. And here we see somebody just kind of precariously on this ladder. And there's 2 people right here that they could just turn around and say, hey, would you hold the ladder for me for a minute, so that they don't lose their balance and get knocked off. So Spirit is saying that there are resources that are available to you that you're missing. And, you know, we have the B card here, community, cooperation, whether it's people or resources in some other form, although I do feel for many of you, it is people that you can trust to assist you with something. You're missing that opportunity to ask them. I want to read to you what the guidebook says about this card. It says, the appreciation card reversed is warning you that you're missing some important opportunities. You've lost your sense of gratitude and have gotten caught up in the prickly brambles of negativity and possibly even despair. Stop focusing on what you don't have, even if it seems to be a lot. Instead, find something to appreciate about yourself and your life. Choose to focus on the little things with gratitude and acknowledgement. Your refusal to appreciate even the small pleasures will cause them to drop from your hands and keep you stuck in some of your problem patterns, causing you to lament your lack even more. Let go of this negative focus and spend some time every day acknowledging what you have to be grateful for. Remember, the more you appreciate your life, the more your life will appreciate in value. I love that. And, you know, when you're driving in the car, you can think about what you appreciate. When you are going to sleep, lying in your bed, you can ask yourself, what went right today? What was good about today? And it's just the way we think is a habit. And sometimes we learn this habit from our environment, but we can reparent ourselves, retrain ourselves, and give ourselves new habits. And this habit is the key to you overcoming any blocks, anything that is blocking the prosperity and fulfillment that you deserve to have, the nectar, the sweetness in your life that you deserve to have. And it seems like a simple thing, but it is so powerful. And so when you catch yourself in your mind, you know, analyzing or overthinking or worrying, then interrupt it and ask yourself, what went right today? And even if it's one thing that you come up with that first night, think of one thing that went right. Maybe it's the bed that you're lying in at night. You're grateful for that. Some list of gratitude and redirecting your mind, that is going to shift everything. Absolutely everything. It's appreciation is the key to this leveling up. They are telling me with this heart here and the nectar that one way you can, and this surrender to receive, one way that you can open your heart is by doing something like, if you can drink it, drink a warm cup of cacao. The energy of cacao, that spirit, is beneficial in opening your heart. And what I mean by opening your heart is opening your heart to receive. We have here surrender to receive. And we see this little otter floating on its back with its stomach facing up towards the sun. And it feels vulnerable, right? Just like it might feel vulnerable for this person to turn around and ask that person, hey, could you hold the ladder for me? Sometimes we're scared to ask for assistance or receive. And again, this is just a habit that we have learned. And it's something that may have served you at one time, but Spirit is urging you to shift that now. It's time for you to experience something different in your life and be like the otter who's willing to float on its back with its belly facing the sun, just receiving the beautiful sun rays and everything that sunlight has to offer it. And when you drink a cup of cacao, and if you can't drink cacao, it could be tea or whatever you want to drink. But I feel like with all these cups, if you drink coffee, if you replace one of your cups of coffee with cacao, connect to the spirit of cacao, thank the spirit of cacao for providing you with the delicious sweetness that it's providing you, and just connect with that. It's something that maybe you're already doing. We drink stuff all day, so just giving that intention, that mindfulness to your drink, and asking for assistance in opening your heart so that you can surrender to the blessings that you have. That will help facilitate your ability to see what's already there that maybe you have your back turned to. Even the Knight of Swords reversed has a message of self-care. And we also see it pointing to this card, which again is about community, cooperation, and sweetness, being kind to not only yourself, but also to others. And, you know, by asking somebody to help you, like this person asking them, hey, can you hold the ladder? Now you are opening the door for this person or these people to experience gratitude, because after they hold the ladder for you, then you can thank them, and they are going to walk away feeling like they helped somebody today, which they did, even if it's something small. So it goes both ways. You can notice things that are happening and be grateful for them, and you can give others opportunities to experience that gratitude by surrendering yourself, being vulnerable, surrendering to receive assistance and blessings, which is, it's an amazing thing. It seems like a simple thing, but it can change your life. I am currently reading a book by Vishen, and the name of it escapes me. If I think of it, and I remember, I'll put a link or the name of it in the description box if that's something that you're interested in. But he talks about an experiment where these people had this idea about perception and how it affects our reality. And what they did was they took all of these housekeepers that cleaned rooms in hotels, and first they asked them if they had time to exercise, or if they exercised, how much did they exercise. And 100% of them said that they did not exercise. Now, these were all women, and none of these women considered what they were already doing exercising. And they were cleaning 15 to 20 rooms a day, which includes changing the bed sheets and, you know, doing laundry, picking up towels, bending over, stretching, you know, putting on the comforter and the sheets on the bed, dusting, vacuuming, all of these things, moving their arms as they're wiping surfaces down. And so what they did with maybe half of these women is they shared with them that according to the CDC and the Surgeon General, that the daily activities that these women were performing at their job were in fact not only meeting the daily suggested amount of activities that humans should meet, but exceeding that amount. And before they told them that, when they were interviewing them, they took their measurements by inches, their weight, their blood pressure, all these different biometrics, their pulse, everything. And then they came back a month or two later after they had introduced this new perception into their reality to see if there was evidence of their reality shifting with the new belief system that they were in fact getting exercise every day. Now, these women didn't change anything. They still cleaned the same amount of rooms. They didn't start exercising. They didn't change their diet. They absolutely changed nothing except their belief, their perception. And what they found is after a month or two that these women had lost an inch or two, they had lost weight, their blood pressure dropped, their pulse dropped, their biometrics improved, all because of this shift in their belief. And so Spirit wanted me to share this with you in case you are thinking that this seems like magical thinking, and if you're experiencing some disappointments, or you're feeling very rocky or alone or burdened, any of those, all of those, and hearing somebody on YouTube telling you all you have to do is focus on what you have and have an attitude of gratitude and everything will change, it will. It absolutely will, which is why Spirit wanted me to share that story with you. The labradorite is also a stone of transformation. It's a transformative energy, and that is the energy of this reading. You have the power to transform your life just by changing your perception, changing your belief system, and letting go of worry, which isn't helping you, letting go of any kind of negative thought patterns, any kind of impulsivity, believing that you don't have time for self-care, and figuring out ways to appreciate what you do have, look for things that you do have, setting that intention at the beginning of the day. Hey, tonight when I'm laying in bed, I'm going to ask myself what went right today, and then following through at the end of the night by asking yourself what went right today. And you set that intention in the morning. It doesn't take any extra time. You can add it into while you're getting dressed or driving or commuting. So you can just couple these self-care habits, these changes in how you're thinking, catch yourself when you're worrying, and replace it with what can I appreciate? What am I grateful for? What do I have that is a blessing? All of those things are going to totally transform your life, which is going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing. You do have resources available to you, and Spirit wants you to get out of your head and to see what's around you. Spend time in nature, appreciate what you have, what's there, and look for opportunities to share the gratitude. Absolutely amazing. So happy for you. Pile number 2. This is a huge level up. And that is your reading. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card The Father, which is card number 2, and it is depicted here as a pine tree with a light and dark side. As the Father can be the hero, ever present, like an evergreen, or completely absent, either emotionally or literally. So everything that the energy of that archetype embodies. And you also chose bloodstone, which helps to realign the lower chakras with the heart chakra, and it's particularly connected to the root chakra and the heart chakra. It helps to overcome any kind of imbalances in the body and bring about that balance and alignment within one. All right, let's see what Spirit has to say about your next leveling up, what you're working on, what steps to take, what block or challenges you might be facing or need to overcome, and how to overcome them, and any other guidance that we might receive. I do put the names of all the cards I use in the description box below if that's something that you're interested in. And we have first the Page of Pentacles, which is the beginning of the court cards of Pentacles. This could be related to travel or career, money. It's practical. It's material things, earthly things. And the Chariot, movement. Okay, so perhaps you're wanting to move, or that is what's in the cards for you, is moving somewhere. And it could also be, again, it looks like travel. So this could be traveling, could be moving to a new location, it could be moving to a new job. We'll see. Let's get more cards and see what else we find out. I feel like this one wants to come out. We have the 10 of Cups. Interesting. This is coming out in the spread, the placement of what is blocking you. So what could be blocking you is contentment, feeling content with where you are. And so Spirit may be nudging you to expand. Let's keep going. See what else we can find out. Oh, looks like these two cards right here want to come out. They have the Ace of Pentacles, which is beginning something new, but it came out in reverse. So I'm going to have to think about how that is helping you to overcome being content or complacent. And we have the Moon, change, subconscious, something to be revealed, something hidden, reflecting. All right, let's draw some oracle cards and see what other insights we might gain about leveling up. I feel like your next leveling up, though, is in your career or how you make money, perhaps a new way to make money. You are what you think. All right. Let's get another one of these. All right, let's take this one. Destiny path. Interesting. So perhaps your destiny is bigger than what you're experiencing now, even if what you're experiencing now is very comfortable, very fulfilling. Maybe you could be even more fulfilled. All right, let's get some of these oracle cards and see what other insights we can get about how you're leveling up. Oh, I think this one. Rest and rejuvenation coming out in reverse. So perhaps you're not resting and recharging yourself as much as you could, which, you know, goes along with the energy of the bloodstone, realigning your lower chakras with the heart, overcoming anxiety, stress, blossoming abundance. Love that. And let's get one of these oracle cards. see what other insights we can gain about pile number 3's leveling up. All right, we have the broom, energy clearing and freshening. Again, this is taking me back to the bloodstone and clearing, cleaning, refreshing. There could be stagnation, which is why you have the Chariot, and this is a step to take, is to get moving, start focusing on new things, new experiences. And I'm also thinking about this pine tree and how we use pine oil to clean. So again, there's this idea of cleaning something, clearing something. Let me take a moment to look at these and see what they are combining to tell us. These first two cards are the steps to take to level up. And it's interesting because Page of Pentacles really is all about leveling up. It's a new beginning or an opportunity in the physical realm, in the material realm, particularly related to learning practical skills or financial matters. And so this, the next step for you is to set goals, practical goals that align. Remember, we were talking about aligning, right, with your values and aspirations, and then focus on the tangible outcomes to take practical steps towards their attainment, and then learning and skill development, embracing a mindset of continuous learning and developing, seeking opportunities to acquire new knowledge or improve existing abilities that can enhance your professional life, your personal life. They are showing me you filling your time with videos or books, audiobooks, things that you can use to enhance whatever skills you already have, or learn new skills that are going to help you progress towards the goals that you set. So whether it's something new or it's enhancing what you already do, utilizing time when you're traveling, when you're in your car or on the bus or commuting or walking, using that time to listen to audiobooks or podcast, things that are going to be teaching you more about how to achieve the goals that you set, which is why you are what you think. It's investing time, not just money, because Page of Pentacles can also be financial planning, but investing time in yourself to upskill what you need to attain the goals that you are setting for yourself. I want to read to you a little bit about this card from the guidebook. It says, the medicine of this card requires a profound amount of discipline toward the way you think. The true importance of our thoughts is demonstrated by quantum physics, which reveals that what we feel and think greatly affects our reality. Our thoughts create a wave of energy that is then mirrored back to us in the material form. And pentacles are all about the material. with a delayed response. This means that you do not instantly get what you think, but if you feel and believe something for long enough, you will see that belief mirrored back to you in a future point in time. And the Chariot is, of course, determination and willpower, the drive to overcome obstacles. And much of the time when we start something new, that is the time that we have that inspiration to overcome obstacles. And by researching this way, by filling your day with every opportunity that you can to learn something new. So that means maybe instead of listening to the radio or watching TV, you spend or scrolling on whatever social media, you spend that time learning whatever it is that you need to learn to reach your goal, to overcome any challenges of things that you need to learn in order to complete your projects. And of course, taking control. The Chariot is about, taking charge of your life and steering it in the direction that you desire. So this is a card that signifies empowerment and self-control, urging you to assert yourself and actively pursue your goals. I want to read to you what this card says because it's right in alignment with that. Destiny Path. One of the most powerful cards in the deck, Omnia Unus Est, speaks of initiating the fulfillment of destiny through transmutation. Receiving this card means you are on the correct path, being led toward supreme success. It is the confirmation that your destiny is in the works, even if current circumstances are contrary to your heart's deepest wishes. You have a profound purpose that is beyond your current understanding, but it is what every cell in your body has yearned to self-actualize. Even your limiting beliefs cannot stop the unfolding of your greatest potential. And I love that it's talking about what this card mentioned, that, contrary to where you are now, this is your destiny. And, this card talks about you think about something and then it takes a little while for it to manifest. So if you don't see results right away, remember that you are in the right path. It's just the physical realm has to catch up to what you set into motion already. And you know what? Look, there is a dark colored sphinx and a light colored sphinx, and we have this dark side of the tree and the light side of the tree. So there's this message of opposing forces. And again, what that's telling me is that something is out of alignment. Thinking of the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, and the heart chakra. And I'm feeling it's probably, but specifically the root chakra and the heart chakra that are out of alignment. And it's like there's some fear, doubt, belief, or attachment in the root chakra that's not in alignment with your values or your desires, your heart's desires. And so there's this message to find that true desire, what really is your goal as far as your values, what you really want. The Ten of Cups here, again, this is in the position of what is blocking you from leveling up, and it's about being complacent. So I'm getting the idea of kind of like this settling, like, oh, well, I guess this is how it's going to be, or it's not that bad, or it could be worse. and your guides, the universe is urging you to do more. The rest and rejuvenation in reverse could be that you feel like you're not getting enough rest. But what the card is actually saying is that now is not the time to rest. Now is the time to forge through to your goals, to assess what it is that you want and make practical plans and steps and take action towards that goal. It doesn't mean not to sleep or not to take rest, but you don't want to rest too much. You don't want to be complacent with where you are. You want to keep moving forward to level up. That's what life is about growing. And you can still rest. You can still find time to rest. You can take, short breaks in between your work. You can make the learning fun. You can, again, save time by not separating your activities, but combining them, like the example that I gave you with listening to things that are going to help you learn and upskill while you're traveling, so that you're not, adding on to the time of X amount of time traveling and then X amount of time learning. You're combining the two, and you can do the same thing with other things. You can take just a few minutes sitting outside to recharge, standing on the ground barefoot and grounding yourself, which is going to help your root chakra, which is what's out of alignment with your heart chakra. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is saying that there is this lack of confidence or self-worth, and so you want to cultivate that. So again, doing self-care, standing outside, staying grounded, being in nature. And again, they're showing me you standing on the earth barefoot, and that simple act is going to help align your chakras and ground your root chakra, giving you that sense of empowerment to move forward in your leveling up and to reevaluate your priorities. Again, we're getting this message of taking this opportunity to make adjustments and focus on what truly matters to you, and then align your actions accordingly. Let go of any distractions or commitments that aren't really helping you get to your goal. So if there's something that maybe is, taking time away from you moving towards your goal, that you can let go of, like scrolling, right? We already talked about that. Instead of scrolling, then use that time to learn something. So again, that message is very clear. It's coming through both in the tarot and in these oracle decks. I want to check the book about this card. Give me one moment and I'll be right back. All right, let me share with you what the guidebook says about blossoming abundance. This card shows a beautiful golden garden in the springtime with coins and new flowers blossoming all around. They even hang like fruit on the tree above. Upright, this card signals a new increase in wealth, possibly in a dramatic and unexpected way. Be aware that you sow the seeds of your own wealth and prosperity, much like a gardener works the ground and begins to see blooming results take hold. This card upright indicates that the universe is blessing you and helping the fruits of your labor to blossom. So smell the flowers and tend to the new growth. Be grateful and enjoy. And even though the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse, it still speaks of a new opportunity. So I love that we have blossoming abundance right underneath. And again, overall, your cards are really great. This leveling up doesn't require a lot of adjustment. To me, the main thing is, just kind of being complacent, which isn't a bad place to be. It means that you're comfortable, and that's okay. But your destiny is bigger than where you are now. And the Moon card is, again, asking you to explore your inner world. What are your dreams telling you? What are what's your subconscious mind telling you? Your intuition, what are you being nudged to do? Notice the signs and synchronicities, and to face your fears, your shadows, because a lot of times when we say we're complacent and things are okay, again, that's coming from this lack of confidence or lack of self-worth, having kind of doubts in our skills and thinking that either we're not capable or we're not worthy. And just by investing some time in refreshing your skills or upskilling by, it doesn't have to cost money, although you could definitely take classes if you want. Some classes are even available through community offerings. But again, there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet that you have access to that's either free or very affordable, that can give you that confidence or belief in yourself, in your skills, to pursue this next step that you're destined to pursue, that the universe really wants you to pursue. And so trust your intuition, embrace the mysteries and the unknown. Go out into new territories, explore new ideas, new ways of thinking, have new experiences, learn new things. All of these things are going to cultivate what you will need to level up. And the truth is, you already have it. It's just about believing it. I think these opposing forces, the light and the dark, is like your shadow, which the moon also is hinting at. Is your shadow is that, just again, that fear, that disbelief in yourself, like imposter syndrome, and almost everybody experiences that. And if they don't, then maybe they're just in denial. I think everybody at some time in their life has probably experienced that. So yeah, don't be complacent. You definitely have a bigger destiny and a real opportunity to make a dramatic level up in your material wealth. So just brush away any disbelief and embrace this new adventure of learning and exploring and discovering. And it's going to bring you harmony and balance and align your root chakra to your heart chakra. It's going to align your actions to your visions. What a wonderful, beautiful reading. So happy for you, pile number 3. This seems really great. And if you have been thinking about trying something new, please share it. I love to hear when these readings resonate and what you're doing, because you are all beautiful, magical, amazing souls. And that is your message, pile number 3. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye.